everything is moving towards the cloud. And so you'd expect that by sharing infrastructure, you'd get much more efficient use of your computers, of your resources. But actually, these systems are very poorly utilized. The industry as a whole uses about 6% to 10% of the capacity of our current machines. And so that results in wasting billions of dollars in equipment that we really don't need. We have several nuclear plants worth of energy that we're basically just throwing into servers that stay idle and do no useful work.
Our project is trying to achieve better utilization of shared machines widely used in the world right now. So we have a lot of workloads that are sensitive to latency, which basically means the delay. For example, when you are doing a query, you ask a question online, it takes kind of really small amount of time for Google to give you back the answer. And if that time is 10 seconds, nobody will be using Google. Same thing when we are checking our bank accounts, when we are trying to book flights from Expedia, etc. These are directly related to user experience. People have calculated that, say, 10% or 20% degradation in latency, which means the transactions take 20% longer, then it means millions of dollars of loss to these big internet companies.
So with data centers, if you run each machine far below its capacity, you'll get a performance that's sort of close to the maximum that you can get. But as you start putting multiple workloads in each machine, these different applications interfere with each other and degrade their performance. And so what happens is, because you have no control over that degradation, it is very hard to get high utilization. And so, the problem is that this control is currently on the hands of hardware, and hardware really doesn't know what applications are doing.
So if we can find out what the applications are doing roughly, and then match them in a way that they are compatible to each other, they are using most of the resources simultaneously and not stepping on each other's toes.
You're essentially trying to find combinations of jobs that will make the best use of all the different resources that the machine has to offer.
We envision next generation cluster management or data center management to be able to do this kind of dynamic workload characterization and workload placement intelligently and automatically.
So the interesting thing is that this happens at all scales. From the smallest cluster to the largest data centers in the world. Basically, it's not only something that will benefit these very large organizations that have a lot of resources, but which will also benefit the small players, where there's also a lot of compute capacity that is wasted every day. So what's great about working with QCRI is and really what makes this project unique, is that we bring different types of expertise to the project, right? So, we have a lot of expertise at the hardware level, but they bring a lot of experience on cluster level management.
So in this way, our experience and background complement each other pretty well.
This project is actually just in its first year, so we haven't even finished the first year of collaboration.
So far, we have been investigating building blocks, basically underlying techniques that we need to have the algorithm that does the placement. We've already accomplished most of the profiling part. Basically, we can get the data, we can analyze them, we think we roughly understand the applications right now. So the thing is now how to shuffle them, how to group them together. So far, we are pretty confident we can achieve the goal. Initial results are quite promising.
And so we can see that we can get very close to full utilization. So what we want is to first use QCRI as the test bed for all these techniques that we're developing. But eventually this has the potential to impact how the whole regional computing infrastructure in Qatar is managed, and also across the rest of the world, of course.
So basically the impact globally will be everywhere. Hopefully the system we are building will enable shared servers or clusters to be used more efficiently. First of all, we shouldn't have resources or servers that are wasted, right? And second, for the potential energy saving is huge. That's a big deal.
I think this is one of the key issues that we face in computing. Over the last 50 years, Moore's law has made computing cheaper and cheaper exponentially. So what happens is that now Moore's law is about to end. We're not going to get more efficiency just by sitting and waiting for our electrical engineer friends to make transistors cheaper and more efficient. And so now it's really up to us to make the best use of the resources that we have. Which is why, this sort of work is becoming really important. It is now crucial that we use all the computing, all the capabilities of our machines, sort of to their full extent.